Stuttgart, where amateur sellers are worried their pastime and means of income could be shut down. Ken?
Well, Kevin, some have garage sales, some have yard sales, or whatever you want to call it for fun or to make a quick buck. Others do it for needed money. And if this ordinance is passed, those mini pop-up shops could be closed down for good. Behind this garage in Stuttgart, you can find anything from pins to pearls. Behind the trinket treasures, you'll find Patricia Peacock.
This chain, I'm sure many people think, oh, that's a gold chain. I bet it's worth millions of dollars. Well, guess what? It's not. Maybe millions of pennies.
For more than 40 years, the garage seller turned state sale guru has been making her side money tag by tag.
See, this has little bitty seed pearls.
When she heard Stuttgart is proposing an ordinance limiting the amount of garage sales, she couldn't buy into it.
Why mess up something that just innocent people are getting rid of their crap?
The ordinance says sellers would have to buy a $10 permit fee per garage sale. Then they get 3 consecutive days to sell and can only do this twice a year.
It's like someone's, well, closing down a factory.
If violated, the city tags the seller with a $100 fine.
Makes no sense.
Peacock says she learned to sell from her mother and her mother's mother.
I can remember her saying things, you know, Patricia, if you just knew where this had been.
Until the ordinance is passed, Peacock will continue her homeside boutique.
A lady's pin to put on her dress or whatever.
In hopes the city decides to allow her trinkets to shine.
Let's leave things alone.
Now, city officials met today and the garage sale ordinance was on the agenda, but they decided to move this discussion until next week.
I tell you what, Ken, this is interesting. It sounds like they're not going after the average person, but rather the person who does this kind of like on a regular basis, specifically on the weekends. But let's talk about this ordinance a little bit further. I mean, do we know what constitutes a garage sale in the first place? Has that been defined?
And it's interesting because if there's 3 or more items that you're trying to sell on your property, it's a garage sale. So it could fall under anything. And also, when you go for that permit, you get a sign, and that sign has to be prominent. So if anybody were to drive by, like official, they could see that you have that permit. And also, if they're driving by and you have a yard sale, you have to have a place for people to park, because if you live at a dead end or somewhere where the traffic can't flow, you could be hit with another fine or be in trouble for that as well.
Wow. Just 3 items. All right, we'll see how it plays out. Thank you a lot, Ken.
Little Rock Police will be getting new cameras and radios for their cars. It was passed